Hello. Oh dear. Hello. This is the Guns of Guns and Stuff. Today, I will be testing my Eternal Arms. It's a Turkish-made bullpup shotgun. Went through some failure to go into battery with that gun. So I'm going to be running birdshot through it, just because birdshot's a lot cheaper than buckshot. And I'm going to cycle 150 rounds. I'm shooting federal game load. This is 8-shot, it says, number 8. It says here 7/8 of an ounce. 1,210 feet per second at the muzzle. You're gonna find Eternal Arms on Bud's Gun Shop. That's their logo, a knight on a horse. I just noticed on the side of the gun it says LKCI Limited, Newark, Ohio. I didn't know Newark was in Ohio. So that may be the importer, LKCI. This one came with a 10-round magazine. Also came with a 5-round magazine. So, let's get started. Now, I'm not shooting anything that you would consider high-powered. I'm not interested in a torture test. I don't think it proves anything. You're not going to treat your weapon that way. Neither will I. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through all 150 rounds. After this is over with, this magazine, that'll be 75, halfway through. So far, the magazine's worked flawlessly, and so has the gun. Once I shoot these out, I'm going to switch to the other magazine, and I'll test it. All right, just had my first failure. The gun did not go into battery. This is about, I'm going to say 85 rounds in. So the gun may be getting a little dirty, I'm not sure. Let me run the charging handle again, and see what happens. All right. I'll keep my eye on it and see if that repeats. This is the last 5. And by the way, I've been using the release to run the bolt. And it's very easy to check and see if it's in battery. You just look at that, or you just look at the charging handle. 1 failure to go into battery out of 150 rounds. Now, my next birthday, I turned 70. I've shot 150 rounds of 20 gauge, and I'm not that tired. So the 20 gauge is shootable. And I'm satisfied with the reliability. You can check and make sure if your gun is in battery. Last 5. The other day, after my 150 round session, I realized that I only had 1 failure to go into battery. So it might not have been a dirty gun after all. It might just be breaking in. So from that, I made 2 decisions. 1, don't clean it. And 2, fire 200 more rounds and see what happens. This is what happened. All right, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna baby this forward. And see if it goes into battery. Well, went into battery. Okay, now, once it goes into battery, it runs. So I'm not worried about that. And it's a very easy matter when you run this, just make sure it goes forward all the way. It's not that hard. All right. Now I'm not going to make you sit through all 200 rounds. Well, 195 now. But if I have any problems, I'll let you know. That Siley optics has behaved itself, has held zero through all of this. Down to my last 5. The gun has performed flawlessly. Those are my empty boxes. This is my ejection pattern. That's quite a mess for me to clean up. Let's walk on down to my target. And you can see the mess I made. Look at that mess. That's 200 rounds. My plate started off today. Freshly painted. Not freshly painted anymore, is it? Now you can see how I've got it mounted here. Got some pretty heavy chain. And see how the bolts are made. How they're installed so that it is at an angle. And as you can see, it directs everything downward. It worked pretty well. So I have no complaints about the plate rack at all. No complaints about the gun either. 200 rounds, well, 195, but I'm pretty confident about those last 5, aren't you? So let me put my camera up and we can shoot them together. Believe it or not, the most fatiguing thing is be bending over and picking up the shells and put them in the magazine. Other than that, I feel fine. I feel like I've been driving for several hours. And I've been using the bolt hold open every time, and no malfunctions. Thanks for watching.